Okay, here we go. We have a 2v2 pro game on Arabia. We have Monstro, who is Dogao, and feage versus Spaden and Mentalist. Last game we saw Spaden playing with Loiza, coming up short in that particular game. This game we will see Spaden with Mentalist. Mongols and Byzantines for each team. We will see the blue player here, Dogao or Monstro, as Mongols. He will be against Mentalist as Byzantines. Is that true? Yes, that is true. So we're going to see Spaden as Mongols versus feage as Byzantines. So Mongols, Byzantines on each side. We just saw Byzantines in the previous game. Of course, a trashy civ to use. We will expect the Mongol player to maybe do a whole crap load more damage. Nabs has a chance in this one, says Flu. Mentalist, the strongest ever. Hey, Mentalist, I agree. Mentalist is on fire. One thing that's important to note, obviously, if we're watching Mongols, is where are the stone piles? We see the blue player here, Dogao or Monstro, is going to have his main stone on the front. Secondary stone is where? Secondary stone is where? I do not see it yet. Killer B does not see the secondary stone. Secondary stone is also on the front. Not ideal at all. Early pressure from Mentalist could do a really good job to maybe, just maybe, slow this down. Let me turn the chat off here real quick. Okay, on the other side, we will see Slipknot in feage as Byzantines, but let's look at Spaden's map first. Spaden as Mongols will have main stone on the front, but not terribly far away from the TC. Secondary stone on the front as well. There's no structure there to wall, but in general, that could be useful if he does want to build castle and go Mangadai. He can push deer. Obviously, the Mongol gathering bonus is going to be really useful to maybe get up early. Sometimes you go fast archers or fast scouts by gathering that extra food a little bit more quickly. feage roaming around trying to do some laming, as he usually almost always is trying to do. Villager on the front could go down from Mentalist. Let's see. Will he get one more hit in? No, he won't. Okay, so for now, Monstro will be moving away, and Mentalist will survive his Vil. The betting has now closed. 3 villagers on wood there for Mentalist. On the other side, we see 3 Vils on wood, 3 Vils on wood, and 3 Vils on wood. So nobody's going to go with early aggression here. We are going to see a relatively quick feudal age, one would think, from the 2 Mongols players, and then we will see some action, I would hope, I would suppose. I like how it's Mentalist team versus the other team. Well, Smarthy, I didn't know what the teams were going to be, so I had to make an educated guess that it would either be Mentalist or not Mentalist. So yeah, let's look at the rest of the maps here. feage is going to have his main gold off to the side, can probably block himself in as he did in the previous game. Main stone is up on top of this hill, which is interesting and maybe annoying. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he thinks. That is about it. Everything else is pretty far away from the TC. Downhill boar lure, but he already has loom, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Back gold for Mentalist playing as Byzantine. Side stone can block off the side of the map here, can block off the map here as well, can block off across the front. It'll be a little bit of a long and makeshift and annoying wall for Mentalist, but I think he'll be relatively safe in the long run. He may sling his opponent a little bit. We may see slinging a lot in this game. Be really nice to get your Mongol teammate a little bit ahead. More damage coming in from the scout here. feage again will have a very low HP scout, just like the previous game that we saw. Loom is coming in for Dogao. Let's see, has the food. Spaden does not. feage does not. Mentalist does not either. Mentalist is actually pretty low on food here. What's the deal? Spaden and Monstro are going to click up to feudal age at essentially the same time. That Mongol food bonus obviously giving them a bit of a boost. When is the no-wall tournament coming? I don't know. We'll win a lot with the other team. All right, guys. Well, we continue to work our way through a 2v2 game live here. Thanks for joining me. Barracks coming up now for Spaden while he transitions into the feudal age. We will see a barracks from the blue player as well. Neither player is going to be harassed by scouts to slow down the build of that barracks. Barracks is down for Mentalist. Mentalist is the only player still in the Dark Age. He is going to go with... I don't know. He's continuing to build up vills. He's grabbing gold. He might send 2 vills over to gold and go men-at-arms. I would hope that he's not going to go with the latest rush in human history. Yeah, 2 vills going over. They will start grabbing gold, and maybe we will see men-at-arms from mentalist. The militia are on the way, so that is what this looks like. He's going to be up against walls, but it's going to be nice for him to send that army across the map because, as we said, the resources here for the blue player, especially the stone, is not in a good location. If he can get some pressure in early with some men-at-arms, it might do a very nice bit of help to his team. Feage's scout goes down there, foe free, Spaden chasing him across the map. 4 villagers coming forward, though, for the red player Feage. Feage has to know, didn't we already look at this map, that the green player has, well, he has front stone, but this one off to the side is a little bit interesting. Let's see what Feage knows. Feage knows what? He knows about that front goal. Oh, that's his own stone. He knows about the front stone from his opponent, but he doesn't know about this one off to the side. That could be a little bit of damaging to his forward. Let's see where those vills go. Feudal Age is in for everybody except for Mentalist, who will send some militia across the map and maybe some men-at-arms. A couple scouts out for the blue player. What's up, Brett? Haven't seen you in a while. It has. It's been too long. Welcome back. We will see that first tower from Feage on the wood line. Let's see. Is this map very wood poor? It is super wood poor. Killer Bee totally missed the lack of good wood for Spaden. That happened last game to the player in green, but last game it was Loiza. Wow. Yeah, the wood here sucks, and Feage is going to do a really nice job to tower that wood line very early on and push his opponent away. We're going to see an old-fashioned tower rush. We see 4 villagers building towers. We see, skirms to support that. We do not see Feage taking stone, though, so maybe it will not be, maybe that will just be a one-and-done tower ordeal. But for right now, Spaden is in a bit of hot water. Going to have to find some safe wood. His teammate Mentalist is roaming around the map with 3 men-at-arms, but it does not look like enough to get the job done. Several scouts coming forward from Dogao in blue. He will be able to come into the area of Mentalist and take on 1 spear if he wants. 2 spears ready. It's all about the defense, I suppose. One team is on the offensive, one team is on the defensive, and we'll see who gets the win out of that mix-up. But right now, boy, it's not looking so great for Spaden. He's got a small trash army roaming around his economy. That's going to be incredibly annoying for him. He's going to find this wood line eventually, and once Feage finds it, those scouts of the blue player would be really, really useful. Can you imagine if I cast it in 3rd person like Killer Bee? That would be career suicide for you, nobody. Don't do that. Don't do the 3rd person. Nobody likes that. Yeah, look at all the villagers over here from Spaden who are maybe going to get found. Feage still hasn't scouted that area. He still hasn't scouted it. Scouts roaming around the map here from Spaden. He's going to actually get some vills here. If they don't quick wall. They quick walled. Very nice. Very nice quick walling from Feage. Feage is back, guys. Feage is not a paper tiger. He is back and ready for action. Scouts roaming around inside the base of Mentalist right now. He does have a couple of spears. He should be okay-ish against this. Yeah, he has plenty of spears on every single side of his base and just 3 scouts left on relatively low HP. So he should be okay on that side. The rating, the pressure-ish is coming, continuing to come in. Spaden is rather dead. Spaden is in an annoying position. He's got this 1 clandestine wood line, which he is protecting with 1 spear right now. And this army from Feage is just roaming around, trying to figure out where his opponent is taking wood. Once he finds out, he's going to be in good shape. Here come the scouts from Spaden. They are going to run right under the TC, and oh my god, they're going to catch Feage with his pants completely around his ankles. Sweet baby Jesus. Feage is going to lose some villagers here, isn't he? It's not the worst defense in the world, but it's not very good. Look at all those villagers going down. Feage is going to lose so many vills. He's on 28 vills now. That is incredible. He's still ahead of Spaden. He's still beating the pants off of Spaden, but took a ton of damage there for just a moment. Spaden has found the gold pile here from Feage. He will chase him off from it, but he has not yet found the wood. Spaden still has his wood line alive. He's going to build a defensive tower, but that is not going to add up to a hill of beans versus this particular unit composition. The scouts have come back from Spaden. They did do very good damage to try to equalize the game, but he is still way behind. He's still way behind, guys. This isn't good at all. He's still getting 2v1. The scouts are now in from Monstro, who will come and grab down a farmer. No, he won't. But he's going to find this wood line eventually, and it's a crappy wood line anyway. These two players are roaming around the back. They just cannot quite seem to find that one wood line. Spaden is doing a really good job not to tip his cap. He's trying to lure that army in toward his TC. He's fighting this as if he doesn't have a super clandestine wood line on the top of the map, which is stopping feage from or the blue player Dogao from exploring the top at all. But it is very, very, very dire for Spaden. If Spaden loses that top wood line, it's got to be GG. It has to be GG. I don't know how he could lose this wood line and continue to fight. That is just my opinion. It seems pretty obvious, though. It seems obvious to me. Spaden's still chasing his opponent around. It looks like they are going to roll the dice. He and Mentalist are going to roll the dice on this one. Mentalist will be up to Castle Age soon. We'll have the largest villager amount, yeah, at least by a little. And maybe, just maybe, can swing this game. But, man, this army from feage continuing to roam around, it has to eventually find... Well, he finds the gold pile. Spaden's gold is now figured out. These vills need to not run toward that wood line. Oh, that is a terrible, terrible... Oh, that's so unfortunate. The wood line is now discovered, and this is what the end of a game looks like. This is what the end looks like, people. This army is going to camp out under this wood line. They are going to idle all of these villagers, and that is going to be GG to Spaden's wood. Nah, says Flu. Flu still thinks there's a chance. Oh, it just feels like it's over. Oh, it feels like it's over. Scouts on the front continuing to get in some damage, but it does look like there's some archers there to maybe clean most of them up. This wood line, oh god. Unfortunately not, says Flu. It's okay, Liam will bring it back. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Smarthy thinks that Mentalist will bring this game back, but I don't know how. There's no villagers on wood at all for the green player Spaden. Spaden has no wood lines. Great work from feage to take down the initial puny wood line, to notice that his opponent was wood poor. And in the end, this is trouble. This is so much trouble. The scouts are coming back to try to clean this up. There's still a lot of spears alive. They could get the job done here eventually, but Spaden has been several minutes, has been at least a couple of minutes without wood. Couple of minutes without wood. This is a big, big problem. But let's see. Right now, Mentalist coming across the map with camels. He's gone with the counter unit to try to slow his opponent down. The economy from Spaden is in absolute shambles. There's 6-7 idle villagers there. There's a couple vills on the top who are trying to get back to work, but just as they try to do so, knights are roaming in. I guess not quite in time. Couple camels from Mentalist may help clean this up, but man, Spaden is so far behind. It's incredible. Spaden is, it just feels like he's a... Well, you know what, though? feage is not on that high of vill count either. I don't know what is going on in this game. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know. That wood line seemed like the end of the end, but these guys are still fighting it. Camel's still chasing across the map for Mentalist. And we'll see. Oh, yeah, look at all the wolves. Wolves in pursuit. feage clicking up to castle. Let's see what Spaden's got in the bank right now. Spaden has nothing in the bank. The Mongols player, the player who was going to be the big dropper of the big hammer, is going to be starving for resources. Chow Lucy is behind me watching some American Ninja Warrior. American Ninja. Let me do my American Ninja Warrior for a moment. Next time on American Ninja Warrior. Oh, it's so fake. Anyway, Camel's continuing to chase those knights across the map here from Mentalist. He's doing the best he can to put a band-aid on what is a bullet wound. Dogao named himself after this, says Flu. Oh, Flu's dropping videos. I will check that out. It does look like Spaden here is going to go all in to try to protect this wood line. He's doing a decent job to stop the trash armies of feage, but feage will soon be Castle Age, and it will be 2v1. I love American Ninja Warrior, says Smarthy. Well, you and Chow Lucy can kick back and watch some ANW anytime you want. Knights with bloodlines and +1 defense streaming across the map for Monstro. Who will be able to, I don't know, continue to hit Spaden? Why not? Why not kick a man when he's down, I suppose? This is continued pressure on the green player. It's beat up on Spaden Day, unfortunately. Mentalist might be booming. I don't know. He's got 1, 2 TCs right now. Does he have a third? No. Just 2 TCs here for Mentalist, who is, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He must have something going on. He must have some sort of plan. He must have a wing and a prayer going. Stonewalling coming up behind the initial palisades here from the green player. Going to Stonewall in his gold as well. He will be relatively safe against Knights on that side, but Knights are going to roam right into his economy, and he has no military whatsoever to deal with this. 4 military units on the map. Mentalist is doing what? He's building forward with monasteries. He's going to start pushing on his own side. Might as well try it, I suppose. He's going to send his knights, which do not have the bloodlines. They are regular old knights with +1 defense. They will be roaming across the map. We will see. We will see. I suppose he's Byzantines. Anyway, continued fighting on the front. Feage he's still the low man on Vils, but he is now Castle Age. He is continuing to go with what looks like aggression. He is not building another TC. He's actually not... He's not doing a whole lot right now. Spaden's doing a decent job to gut him out. Mentalist is doing a decent job. And this woodline is, again, so wide open right now. Run into this woodline, boys. Run into this woodline. Somebody call up the Nabs hotline and tell them to run in here. There are so many juicy vills. The blue player will respond pretty quickly. He is also trying to push in on the other side. Shaft Gravy, why did he give up playing? Do you mean feage? Is that what you mean? Okay, repairing going on the front like crazy for Spaden, trying to keep himself alive, but he's not gathering any wood right now. He's having to repair with every single vill he has. Doesn't have the stone, I suppose, for stonewalls. He does have the stone. He probably should stonewall as much as he can, I suppose. But yeah, he's getting pushed on. It's still 2v1 on that side. Mentalist is ready to make a push. He's building out. He's going to have some monks. He's going to have some siege. He's going to do some damage to the blue player, but it's going to be awfully late. Spaden is finally clicking up to Castle Age. If we look at his resources, he has the wood, but not the stone to drop another TC pretty quickly. Does he have a market? Yes, he does. We're going to need to see something epic here from Spaden to come back in this game. Mentalist sending over a couple of troops to continue to help his teammate. He will have a mangonel on the hill. He'll start to try to pressure. Oh, but it feels so late. It feels so late in the day for this. Camels coming across the map. They will be able to grab down this mangonel if they're not converted. Yeah, they're going to grab the mangonel down. 2 monks in play, 3 monks in play. We will see 3 camels get converted here. That's not too bad. 3 camels for 1 mangonel. Could be worse. Fight on the front, though, continues. Spaden is still down. He's still just trying to fight, but I don't know exactly where he's getting his wood from. Must be buying his wood only. I don't see any safe wood for him at all. In so much trouble. So many knights roaming through his eco with +1 defense and bloodlines from the blue player. Mentalist is going to need to get a whole lot of damage in on the blue player here in not a whole lot of time. It's going to have to do it awfully damn quick. It's not looking good at all. Spaden is getting chewed up. He's on 25 vills. That is in contrast to the Mongols player Monstro or Dogao, who's on 72 vills. 72 vills as Mongols is an awfully strong position. There's still a lot of gold on this map to be had. There's a lot of stone as well. We're going to see continued TCs, but eventually some castles. Yep, castle is now up for the blue player who can build up some of those sweet, delicious mangadai. I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see some mangadai. If the game lasts that long, I just don't know. Mentalist is trying to hold now. It does look like he has drawn the ire of both feage and Monstro for the moment. He's going to get some converts. I think that's a very good bonus for him. He's going to push back this army, and for now, he's going to even keep his mangonel alive. Wow, the mangonel lives to get one last shot off and doesn't get anything done. Castle will be up on the hill for Mentalist, who needs to draw as much attention away from Spaden as he can. Spaden really getting kicked while he's down. He needs to have a couple of minutes to get himself in order. Monks seem to be cross-healing there. We do have a mangonel on top of the hill, which can do some good damage. Or can it? Yeah, he'll eventually push this back. Very nice defense there from Mentalist. Doing a very nice job. His castle is almost up. The Mangudai are trying to roam in and do some damage. Ooh, a little bit of friendly fire, I would suppose, on those mangonel shots. So, continued aggression. Oh, that Mangudai got converted, I see. Okay, so Mentalist has a little bit of an offensive going. He has a decent offensive going here. He has monks, he has siege, he has a couple of knights mixed in, a couple camels. Very diverse game going on. And it's still alive. We do also see the green player here, Spaden, who is pushing in. Maybe Mentalist can win this by himself, says Flu. I don't know. Mentalist is doing a great job to get the attention of his opponents. He really needs those two armies to stop gutting Spaden out, because Spaden can still recover somehow, some way. He's on 31 vills, but his nearest opponent, feage, is not that far ahead. He could still possibly recover. feage is seeding farms and booming up his eco. On the other side, we just see a 1 TC build here from the green player. Spaden needs to get some vills on the field, I would suppose, but right now, Mentalist is, in the words of Flu, he's at least giving his team a chance to win this, maybe a little bit single-handedly. He did have the advantage of not having a lot of pressure there for a little while. Both players on the other team were so focused on hitting Spaden that Mentalist got a chance to boom up a little. He's going to be trebbing on the front with a couple of trebs, has a small army there to defend those trebs. He is in and roaming on the other side with knights just in time to deny a castle, so things are going in the direction of Mentalist right now. Everything's coming up Mentalist. He's going to be able to deny a castle for a moment. Eventually, Dogao will get some villagers palisaded in there. But decent raiding. His teammate on the other side is going to get cleaned up here eventually, but at least we see Spaden on the offensive, which feels good. Smarthy saying, I told you so. I guess Smarthy did tell us. Eventually, we will see some defensive castles. We do see a second TC from Spaden. Spaden needs to do something epic with his economy very quickly. You know, I mean, he just needs to rebuild and try to get in this game as fast as possible, because I just can't imagine Mentalist can win this game 2v1. It doesn't seem possible. But look at this. Trebs roaming in. Tons and tons of knights roaming in. Cavalier coming for the old Mentalist on 93 vills right now. Gonna roam in and grab some vills, idle the economy of the blue player Monstro, who is sending his economy away for the moment. It does actually look like Mentalist has a lot of momentum behind him right now. The blue player just, man, will be Imperial soon, but just all of the sudden has no army to speak of. He had a massive number of knights. He took a fight on top of this hill, fighting uphill against Mentalist, feage, and the blue player Monstro Dogao, both fighting right here, and somehow Mentalist held both of those players, and that really could be the difference. If Mentalist and Spaden win this game, it will be because of that fight. That was an incredibly advantageous fight. But we are a long way from calling this one over. Camels coming in en masse for the blue player. Mentalist is getting very ballsy with his trebs right out there on the very front. He will eventually have monks in, but they walk ever so slowly. He's going to roll those trebs right into the middle of this eco and start trebbing everything down. He needs to get his monks closer. The monks need to get closer. Monks are in close enough to start grabbing some conversions, and this is going to be an okay fight for Mentalist. He may lose a treb, he may lose two trebs, but he's going to convert a couple of those camels. Yeah, just one of them for now, but he'll push them away, and his army will catch up, and this is going to be just fine for him. TC on the front is down. He can just leave those trebs where they are if he wants to and take down all of this entire area of the economy of Dogao. And all of a sudden, this game rests on feage. Feels like feage needs to get something done. Sending crossbows across the map. Pretty well massed up on his way to Imperial Age. Spaden has not been bothered at all for a moment. He's up to 54 vills. He needs to continue to boom that economy. 3-4 TC build for him now. Maybe, just maybe, start slinging some resources when he can. I feel like he might want to sling a little just because Mentalist has some momentum right now, but there is a massive group of crossbows coming from feage who are ready to try to neutralize this army. A couple of good mangonel shots. If this isn't played just right, this could go Mentalist's way. He's going to get a couple conversions on the front. Heavy camels are in. They will do great against the cavalry of Mentalist, but he will convert a couple. Mangonels are down. They got sniped already. Quite a few crossbows in there from feage with +2/+1, but they seem to be being pushed away. I think Mentalist here is going to eventually get cleaned up. I don't know. He's going to pack his trebs up and maybe head back toward his hill. I'm not sure. Is he going to head back or is he going to head forward? Looks like he's ready to head back. It does not look like a great fight for him anymore. So feage able to come over and help his teammate, but look at the damage that's been done to Monstro. Dogao here is sending villagers en masse across the map to try to take some resources. Mentalist is sitting there with a Cavalier ready to do some more damage, and he actually, that was a faux retreat. Beautiful little half retreat, kind of walked back, massed up his army, and now he's coming forward again. I'm not sure if that's the right move, but that's what he's going to do. Going to use those trebs to take down a few more houses and buildings in that economy. Raiding continuing on that side, and Spaden, haven't said that name in a few minutes. Spaden is in with a couple of knights, and he's going to do a great job to kick the blue player while he's down. He's going to get cleaned up here, I think. I think he's not going to get a lot done. Yeah, good. He's not going to take that fight. Can head over maybe toward the stone pile if he knows about it, or right into the economy. But look at the spears. Dogao's fairly ready to defend against what are just 5 knights. Bloodlines with +2 defense, though. The big thing is that Mentalist continues to roll through the middle. Just enough aggression from Spaden to keep the attention. Oh, a couple of arbs converted there. That's a pretty rare thing for me to see. Spaden doing just enough to keep the attention of both the blue and red players right now. Spaden here with just 4 knights, and somehow, some way, he's drawn all of these heavy camels and all of these arbs away from the front lines. And that is allowing Mentalist to continue to, I don't know, do some damage. Starting from the bottom, and now we're here. Yeah, Smarthy, that is absolutely true. This game has really started to flip on its head. You can see the average score for Mentalist and Spaden is now ahead of feage and Monstro, and I was ready about, I don't know, 25 minutes ago to call this GG. For the lack of wood here for the green player. But in the end, he lives. Boomer lives. He survives. Spaden is starting to get his act together, will be Imperial relatively soon, and is actually going to have the 2nd highest Vil count in the game. Mentalist has done such a great job to continue to push on the other 2 players and keep them down. He's holding them down. Castle's still moving forward. You gotta love a Mentalist castle. Ain't no party like a Mentalist party. What's up, Davy Jones? Suh, dude, suh. What up, Davy? Yeah, continued rolling through the front here from Mentalist. Mentalist is going to have another ballsy castle on that hill. Gotta love how ballsy he gets with his castles. He's going to have Cavalier. Once this castle is up, which it will be in just a few shakes of a lamb's tail, those camels are going to have to hightail it. Heavy camels got nothing on arrows. They got nothing on arrows, my friend. And here come those 2 trebs, all of those monks, and Mentalist is still alive on the front. He's going to creep forward with castles. He's within range of this TC, and now Dogao is in even more trouble than he was before. 2 trebs will take this down lickety-split, and all of those juicy villagers will spill out like a piñata full of candy, and they will get chewed up and spit out by Mentalist. I don't know why Mentalist wouldn't just eat the candy. I feel like if the candy's there, just eat it. Not the greatest fight, though, on the front right now for Mentalist. He is going Paladin. He's going to take on those heavy camels, which I guess is okay. He has the numbers to do so. But it did not look great for him for just a second. I think he's all right. He's going to pull all of those Paladins back and deal with this and be just fine. He should run in and snipe these trebs if he can. Yeah. Thank you, Chef Gravy. If he can run in and snipe those trebs, he should be in great shape, but he is already in great shape. Mentalist on 11k score right now, and he is playing like an absolute phenom. A piñata full of candy. That piñata is empty of candy. Those villagers have spilled out and have now spilled their blood all over what was once their farmland. So the paladins will come in and snipe these trebs. He's going to take a lot of damage from heavy camels, but it is absolutely worth it. Mentalist he's getting aggressive now. He's streaming paladins across the map. He's streaming castles across the map. He's paying tribute to his teammate Spaden, who's continuing to boom up. Spaden right now is on 103 Vils. It's starting to look awfully, awfully good. Chef Gravy's name sounds great with the follow sound. I agree. Castle's coming up now on this side for Spaden. It looks like these guys are ready to start a trade economy if it goes that long. But right now, oh my god, Mentalist is roaming through this economy like a madman. He's going to take down this castle. He's going to continue to push. You can see that these stables are garrisoned with heavy camels, which will jump out and grab down some paladins. But the cat is out of the bag. The jello is out of the fridge, my friends. I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. Feage, though, is not ready to call it quits. He's got a pretty big army of arbs here with a couple of pikes alongside them. Mentalist probably needs to pull these trebs back, or else they're eventually going to get rolled over. It looks like Mentalist, although he's spreading his paladins all throughout the economy here of the blue player, and he's continuing to gut the Mongol player. Absolutely gutting him. He will pay food tribute. Oh, the goose is cooked. Absolutely. He'll continue to pay tribute to Spaden, who's going to need to boom up and continue to help fight this, because these paladins, they're doing a great job. He's going to do great raiding. He may be able to win this game 2v1, but it would be a lot easier if Spaden gets a bit of an army going. Lots of arbs in defense and lots of pikes as well, which is not the greatest thing for an army of paladins to be fighting. This is not the greatest. This is not the greatest fight for Mentalist, who will pull back to his castles very wisely. So he's still roaming around with a couple paladins here and there is the GG already from the blue player. Spaden was booming up. You can see that he is now equal in score to Feage and Munstro, but Mentalist, geez Louise. This fight on the hill from Mentalist, he went with double monastery and a siege workshop. He had monks, he had a couple camels, and he had a couple of mangonels. He killed basically the entire army of Dogao and Feage in one fell swipe on that hill. And that was when the game turned around, and the cat was out of the bag. The goose was cooked. I don't know. I got nothing else. But that was an epic, epic win from Mentalist. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful play.